Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I am Chipepe Gracie, and this is your ICU TV Main news bulletin. Let's take a quick look at the stories making headlines. Ministry assesses competence-based curriculum impact in homes. ZRA employee denies gifting vehicle to Archbishop Alick Banda. Chinsali hospital gets mammography machine to boost breast cancer screening. And in international news, China condemns US capture of Venezuelan President Maduro. In sports news, Liverpool boss Arne addresses criticism of Dow football. And now the details. The Ministry of Education, through the National Science Center, has conducted a field assessment to evaluate how learners are applying skills acquired under the competence-based curriculum in real-life home environments. The exercise involved visits to 8 households from different socio-economic backgrounds, a move aimed at ensuring inclusiveness and equity in assessing learners' output across various lifestyles. Speaking to the media during the assessment, NSC Director Professor Banda said the initiative was designed to measure practical competence rather than theoretical knowledge. Education is no longer confined to 4 walls of the classroom. Learners across the country are currently practicing their practical skills and knowledge learned in classes right at their homes. Behind me is one of the houses visited by the Ministry of Education under the National Science Center to assess the effectiveness of the competence curriculum-based system on learning output. What learners know is no longer the only measure of success. The focus is now on what they can do. This shift is at the center of an assessment by the Ministry of Education examining how the CBC is shaping learner output in real-life settings. Unlike traditional learning models, the competence-based curriculum places emphasis on practical skills, creativity, and problem-solving, encouraging learners to demonstrate what they know through action. Leading the exercise, NSC Director Professor Banda says the focus is no longer on what learners know, but on how they apply knowledge in real-life situations.
We want to track, are the learners doing, not what? Knowing. Is that okay? Yes. Are the learners what? Doing, and not what? Knowing. So here, now it says, it is a curriculum that puts what learners to do opposed to what they expect. It is largely premised on the progression of the learner. So who progresses? It's not the teacher who progresses, it's who? So the learner will progress.
As part of the assessment, learners were given the opportunity to explain and demonstrate how they are applying skills learned in class.
You have to clear your surrounding, you have to clear it, and then you dig, and then you label your bed, and then you just start to, you also have to do some measurements. You can also apply some manure to make the bed fertile, and you can then carry on and plant.
I made the bed here on the same day that I came. Then the next day I added manure and planted okra. And about should be I was waiting for about 6 days from the 18th of December up to the 24th. That's when the first 4 seedlings sprouted. Until today, at least I've seen an improvement that the percentages are at least going up. After the 4 on the 25th, I had 4 more germinating, which made it 8. Then on the 26th, 2 more germinated, making it 10. Then on the 27th, also 2 more sprouted and making it 12. On the 28th, I had to replant because some of them were not coming out. So I replanted in the places where no seedling came out.
Parents commend the curriculum, saying it has added value in the education sector.
I think it has really added value to the education sector, in the sense that things that we are learning in grade 10 level, they are now learning them in grade 8. Before she went to David Kaunda Secondary School, she knew literally nothing about farming. But just within a space of 12 months, we are seeing a new farmer, Mashlumi, from nowhere.
We are given a sack of seeds to go and plant. I'll have that sack of that, dig the hole and put the other seed in the hole and bury it. Meaning we are lazy. But for this, they do it at school, and when they come home, they also do it. Meaning they will grow that version of doing agriculture, and there will be no food shortage in the country.
As Zambia continues to reform its education system, the competence curriculum based stands as a shift towards empowering learners not just to pass their exams, but to prepare solutions for the future. Reporting for ICU TV Main News, I am Chipepo Grace. Luapula province has been relieved of load shedding following the commissioning of the Mabumba 50 megawatt solar power plant in Mansa district, with 14 megawatts currently being fed into the national grid. Luapula Province Minister Nelson Musonda says the development has restored power stability across the province, effectively ending electricity rationing in Mansa and surrounding areas and enhancing energy security. The improved power supply has allowed businesses and households to resume normal operations, providing a boost to socio-economic activities as government continues to address energy deficits caused by the 2024 drought that affected hydropower generation. The solar plant has been evacuating 14 megawatts into the grid since December 25, 2025, an output said to be sufficient to meet current electricity demand in Mansa and supply neighboring districts such as Samfya and Chembe. Once fully commissioned, the plant is expected to exceed Luapula Province's power demand and support long-term economic growth as ZESCO continues working on a permanent evacuation line to the Mansa substation scheduled for completion by April 2026. A Zambia Revenue Authority ZRA employee has denied allegations that he purchased and sold a vehicle to Lusaka Archbishop Alick Banda, describing the claims as false and demanding. Molopa Kaunda says he has never seen or touched the vehicle ZRA claims he bought from the institution and later sold to the Catholic prelate. In an exclusive interview, Kaunda said he has endured more than 4 years of public ridicule over allegations that linked him and Archbishop Banda to an allegedly irregular transaction. He claimed that fraudulent receipts and documents were generated in his name by his supervisor, whom he identified as part of a scheme to legally dispose of government vehicles from ZRA. Kaunda said he was unfairly implicated in the deal and maintains that he did not benefit from nor participate in any transaction involving the vehicle in question. The matter has raised concerns over alleged abuse of office and irregular asset disposal procedures within the institution. Copperbelt police have arrested about 1,200 suspects for various criminal offences in Kitwe district during the 2025 festive season. Copperbelt Police Commanding Officer Mwala Yui said the arrests were made between December 2024 and January 2nd, 2026 as part of the intensified police operations across the district. Speaking at Kitwe Central Police Station, Mr. Yui told the media that police also recovered property suspected to have been stolen, which was displayed to journalists. The recovered items include television sets, mattresses, solar panels, gas stoves, mobile phones, gaming machines, and 3 motor vehicles. Mr. Yui reaffirmed the Zambia Police Service's commitment to maintaining law and order and warned criminals to desist or face the full force of the law. He noted that recoveries come amid a rise in criminal activities on the Copper Belt, adding that police operations have been stepped up across the province. Meanwhile, Mr. Yui announced that police will tomorrow exhibit what he described as a major discovery made in Chingola district. We take a short break. Stay tuned for more news after this.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Welcome back. In our local stories, the Information and Communications University ICU has conducted practical artisanal mining training for students enrolled in the artisanal mining training program following theory classes held from December 29, 2025 to January 3, 2026. The practical sessions took place on January 6, 2026 at the ICU Artisanal Mining training site along the Mchinga escarpment, where the students applied classroom knowledge in a real mining environment. The training was led by site manager Professor Silombe with support from program coordinator Mr. Danny Msenge and engineer Chishala. Students were guided through various practical activities in artisanal mining and mineral processing. Miriam Gamani has more details in the following report.
I'm at the Information and Communications University at Zano training site, where the first cohort are gaining hands-on experience in processing iron, copper, and gold. Artisanal mining has become a critical issue in Zambia, and the Information and Communications University has taken a stance in curbing that problem. After a week of theory-based classes, students transitioned to hands-on training at the university's artisanal mining site, located along the Muchinga escarpment. Under the guidance of site manager Professor Oliver Silumbe, the students were introduced to real-life mining and mineral processing activities focused on core artisanal mining operations, including mineral extraction, ore separation using gravity techniques, and environmental safety protocols. Students were also trained in proper site access procedures, safety checks, and the use of personal proactive equipment (PPE). Professor Silumbe emphasized that empowering artisanal miners with knowledge is key to ensuring that they carry out their operations safely, sustainably, and in a way that supports the national economy.
So this time around, the realization that we empower the artisanal community is simply because of one reason. Artisans move an economy. So this is the reason why every sector involved or interested, we want artisanal miners to be empowered with knowledge that they will be able to carry out their processes.
Chinsali General Hospital has received a mammography machine to strengthen breast cancer diagnostic services and improve health outcomes in the area. Health authorities say the machine will enable early detection and treatment, reducing the need for patients to travel to distant facilities. This is part of a national program in which 10 mammography machines have been produced, ensuring that each province in Zambia has at least one unit for breast cancer screening. Officials say the initiative will enhance diagnostic capacity and contribute to saving lives through timely interventions. The Mazabuka Municipal Council has secured land for the construction of a thermal power plant by Atlas Energy Company Limited. Mazabuka Mayor Vincent Lilanda says the plant will generate 200 megawatts of electricity, which will be supplied to the national grid, helping to alleviate power shortages in the country. He added that the project is expected to create jobs for local residents and boost the district's economy. Atlas Energy has already begun mobilizing equipment to the site in preparation for construction.
Atlas Energy Company Limited. They applied to the council. They're looking for a space land to put a thermal plant, and I'm happy to mention that as a council, I think we have found a piece of land for them to construct the plant. Looking at the space where we have given them land is proximity to Zambia Sugar. They are already done with Zambia Sugar. And again, looking at the proximity from Mazabuga to, I think, Mamba, they'll be getting call from Mamba. I think you are looking at the economic benefit to our town. We need to grow the economy, the things we've been talking about. Also, the issue to do with the energy. I think the president has been reminding him, as the councils also, to see how best the cooperative investors, especially those who are investing in the areas of energy. So the coming of the company, I think it will come with its own advantages. Definitely the issue of power, we're talking about 200 megawatts, to be to the main grid. So the issue of power, what we are going through. And I think each and every one of us, we have to be involved. We have to dance to the tune of what is happening. We have to act positively. So as a council, we see it as a need also for our people. We are looking at also issues with the job creation. Definitely, a lot of our people who have jobs there, our young ones. Yeah, we have Zambia Sugar, but not everyone is accommodated there. So those that are not accommodated will be there.
We take another break. Stay tuned for more news after this.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you so much for staying with us in international news. China has condemned the United States military operation in Venezuela that led to the capture of President Nicolas Maduro. The Foreign Ministry described the action as a blatant use of force against a sovereign state, saying it violates international law and undermines regional peace and security. China called on the U.S. to respect the United Nations Charter and ensure the safety of Maduro and his wife. The move has also drawn criticism from Russia, Cuba, and several Latin American and European states. The capture comes amid long-standing tensions between Venezuela and the U.S., with China warning that such action set a dangerous precedent and urging diplomatic solutions. We are still in international news. A pair of twin mountain gorillas has been born in Virunga National Park in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, conservationists say. Community trackers report that the mother, 22-year-old Mafuko, was seen hugging her newborns on Saturday and all three appeared healthy. Twin births among mountain gorillas are extremely rare, accounting for about 1% of all births. Virunga National Park, Africa's oldest and largest, was established 100 years ago to protect the endangered mountain gorillas, of which fewer than 1,100 remaining. We take another short break. Stay tuned for sports news after this.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
In sports news, Liverpool manager Arne says it's hard to hear fans calling his side dull and boring, admitting he does not completely disagree but insists he wants to play attractive football. The Reds are beaten in 9 games but have been criticized for lackluster performance, including draws against Leeds and Fulham. Liverpool beats Wolves 2-1 at Anfield in their last match. Slot says his team is struggling to create chances, but notes they are not the only club facing this challenge. He emphasized his commitment to attacking football despite recent criticism. Liverpool travelled to league leaders Arsenal on Thursday, 14 points behind in 4th place. Top scorer Hugo is dealt with an injury, with a final decision expected after training. That sports item brings us to the end of our main news. But before we go, let's take a quick look at the stories that made headlines. Ministry assesses competence-based curriculum impact in homes. ZRA employee denies gifting vehicle to Archbishop Alick Banda. Chinsali Hospital gets mammography machine to boost breast cancer screening. In international news, China condemns US capture of Venezuelan President Maduro. And in sports news, Liverpool boss Anslot addresses criticism of dull football. Thank you so much for watching. For more news details, you can visit our website www.icutvzm.com or our Facebook platform ICU TV. Good evening. Have a blessed night.